Shelley Phillips with American Dream Sailing Atlanta. Today we're at Hartwell Marina and we're about to take a deep dive into Lake Hartwell. Hey y'all, I'm here with JD Robinson from Lake Hartwell Divers. JD, tell me what you do.
We basically go out anytime somebody on our lakes drops something. They lose their phone, they lose their AirPods, their Apple Watch. It don't matter what it is. If the flagpole comes off, even if their chairs come off, we'll come and get them.
Right, that's probably pretty common for them to lose.
Pretty common.
Watches and phones are probably very
Cell phones are the biggest thing. Apple Watches probably come in at a good second. And every once in a while we have some jewelry come in. Somebody loses their ring after jumping off the dock. So
I heard recently you recovered a man's wedding ring that was been in the lake for a long time.
I did. I recovered one that was in the water about 3 years. He is actually a real estate guy as well.
Okay.
So I had to go out there multiple times. The first time I went out there and looked for it, I didn't have the right equipment. I got some more sophisticated equipment a couple years later, and I went back and I found it.
So what's the coolest thing you found? I'm sure there's been some
I don't know, cool, weird, crazy. I mean, I've found everything from prosthetic legs to hearing implants, cell phones, watches, rings. Craig up on Kiwi, kid had autism, had his favorite dinosaur. He dropped in the water and Craig went up there and got it for him. And you want to talk about happy, he was super, super happy.
Right. The water here is murky, you know, Lake Hartwell's just kind of cloudy and stuff. So has there ever been a moment where you just kind of got up on something way before you realized it and just, you know, scared you to death?
Yeah, it's just, you'll run up on some catfish sometimes. They lay on the bottom and they really won't move until you get within inches of them, and that'll kind of scare you a little bit. Right. But nothing in the lake really gonna hurt you. Not like the stories that you hear about the fish big as cars. I have never seen them, so.
So I have seen out fishing with my husband on the sonar, I have seen like structures and bridges and things underwater. Have you ran across any of that? We've
seen a couple of them, we just hadn't dove them. We found a chimney over on the north end of the lake, northwest end of the lake. Just couldn't get, we tried to go back and find it, but we couldn't find it. I think we just luck of the draw. We went across the top of it at that time, but the top of the chimney was about 30 foot under the water, and it was in probably 80 foot of water. So one day we're gonna try to go back and try to find that and dive on it and see what it looks like. So, but there is a lot of structure still standing in Hartwell.
Right, that would be really neat. So what other things do you offer besides recovering people's belongings?
We mainly do recovering items. We do dock clearing and water checks for realtors that are selling property on the lake. They want to know how deep it is. Right. We can go out in front of the dock and see if it drops off or if it stays, you know, just say if you had 10 foot under the dock at full pool, we can pretty much predict if, you know, we get a drought, if you're going to be on the ground or not. So a lot of places go out, as soon as you get past the dock, it'll be 10 foot and it'll drop down to 30 or 40 and just keep going down. So in that case, that person probably never run out of water. So we can do that as well. We'll go out and check for hazards, make sure there's no old tin or old dock parts that people have dropped in the water. That way your kids jumping off the dock don't get hurt.
Right, okay. And about what does this cost somebody?
We do donation only. We do not charge. So if somebody don't have the money and they throw their keys in the water or they drop their phone, even if it's a kid, we'll come out and we'll recover it for nothing. Right. So if they don't have anything, it don't matter. Right.
Well, that's really neat and nice of y'all to do that just for donations. Well, thank you so much for speaking with me today and telling us about you. And I hope I don't need you, but if I do, I'll give you a call.
We'll be here.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for taking a dive in Lake Hartwell with me today. I'm Shelley Phillips, your host of American Dream Sailing Atlanta, and I'll see you next time. Bye, y'all.